One of my favorite questions by the author Dr. Wayne Dyer was, are you living a new life, a unique life every year, or are you reliving the same life every year for, let's say, 30 years? This is a question that for me has constantly challenged me to grow and evolve, not for the sake of some sort of competition, but so that I can experience more of what's out there. One of the main reasons that I'm so passionate about working a 4-day work week, whether I have kids that are young or not, right now our children are 14 and 11, but I can see as they leave the nest, I'm still going to want to have 3 days a week to explore what else is out there in the world. And so one of the things that happens with people is we get used to things, we get comfortable with things, and that can be good and that can be fun. But if we want to truly experience all there is, or at least a bigger portion of what there is to experience on the planet in life, if you believe we're here for a reason, then it's going to involve creating free time. It's going to involve doing something more than sitting at your desk. And there's nothing wrong with work. Work can be an awesome way to serve, to help people, to share your gifts. And as somebody who does work that I truly believe in, I find it a privilege to be able to help people and serve. And at the same time, there's so much that's going on in the world that I'm not aware of, that when I get off my laptop, when I get out from in front of the camera and I get to see what's going on, I realize what else there is that I might be missing out on. Give you an experiment to try. If you are somebody who listens to news or watches news, you might notice a lot of people are talking about different perspectives and the difference between news that reports what happens versus news that gives a lot of opinions and sort of comes from an angle and perhaps tells you how to think. Now, I'm not looking to sell any particular party agenda one way or another, but one of the things I realized as I started looking at two of the news outlets that I heard are more independent, Reuters and AP News, and I don't know, maybe they are, maybe they aren't, but that's when I Googled that, that's what I found. And of course, if you search the internet looking for the most objective internet site, that might be an interesting thing to do. But anyway, one of the things I found was not only were there less opinions given to me, and so I could simply take in what was coming at me, but I was less fatigued. I was less upset about what I was hearing. And so I actually went to that international news. Now, in different parts of the world, different people look at things differently. If you're from a smaller country, if you're from an island, my parents are from Trinidad and Tobago, they're very accustomed to looking at the world. They see England and Europe and the United States and Australia as bigger places. So they look openly to what's going on there. And because they're a smaller island, I believe, they are more open to viewing the world through a different lens than perhaps many of us do in America, United States of America, to be precise, not North America, South America, Central America, but United States of America, where we're used to a lot of it being about us. And there's nothing wrong with that. But when you look at the same channel, if you will, if you constantly watch the same news station, if you constantly walk the same streets, if you constantly do the same things, life becomes the same. And as I look at international news and I see different things, and I look at the travel section of the news, I realize there's so much I've not yet experienced. And I've been blessed to visit India. I've been blessed to travel the Caribbean and live in Peru for multiple years. My wife's from there and we've lived there, and I've lived in the United States in different areas. And yet there's so much more to be lived. So I encourage you that working a 4-day work week, or whatever it looks like for you, is not so much about saying there's something wrong with work. Again, I'm a firm believer that work is one of the ways we contribute to the world. We share, we create value, and I believe there's a lot to be said for that. I believe there's a lot to also be said for experiencing happiness and joy, not just within our families, but within other communities, other parts of the world, and being able to share that. So I hope you find this thought-provoking and helpful. Every once in a while, I like to share something that's not so much strategic as it is mind-opening. And I encourage you to look at the world news, look at some other countries, look at different things, find out what you're missing out on, whether it be through travel or recreation or whatever else that's going on. Find out what you're missing out on if and when you're overworking, and start putting some of those things into your planner, into your weekends, into your agenda of things to do so you can better experience what this planet and this world and this life have to offer. So I hope you're doing great. I hope you and your loved ones are awesome. And as always, I look forward to helping you create the life and the lifestyle you most desire so you can fully enjoy this ride. If you'd like to learn more about how you can get help creating your 4-day work week, your abundant, sustainable lifestyle, whether you're an employee, an entrepreneur, a freelancer, a side hustler, a CEO, an executive, go to 4dayclub.com. That's the number 4dayclub.com, and you can join the online community for free. A lot of the content in there is at no charge to help you get started to enjoy your life better. And then there are other courses to help you go deeper, whether you're in whatever role you're in, to help you make that happen. So I hope you're doing great. And as always, look forward to helping you make more money in less time, do what you do best so you can better enjoy your family, your friends, and your life. Have a great week.